This massive expedition vehicle that you see behind me is going to be our home for the next week as we explore remote parts of Iceland that very few other people get to see. Yeah, this is awesome! We'll be spending most of our time on F-roads, and we've already learned that Iceland uses the term road very loosely. Apparently, it's still considered a road even if it's underwater. This thing is going to get us to some absolutely amazing campsites, and I cannot think of a more beautiful place in the world that I would rather spend a week living out of a camper. I think that broke. Plus, last night the sky here already put on a show for us. If the first 24 hours is any indication of how this trip is going to go, it's going to be one of the most amazing weeks of our life. So join us. It's going to be special.
All right, we've just arrived in Iceland and we're about to see our camper van for the first time.
I had this genius idea that instead of bringing duffel bags, we'd pack in our hard shell suitcases and then move all of our clothes into trash bags to get them into the campers.
AKA, it looks like we're carrying around a dead body.
And look who's joining us!
Yeah, let's go camping.
Are you more excited about this or Tonga last year?
This.
My parents normally join us for one big trip a year, and last year somehow I talked them into coming to Tonga and surviving on a deserted island with us. And then kind of the celebration after survival was supposed to be whale watching, and it was all a big adventure, we'll just say that.
I love Tonga.
I just almost drowned. That kind of put it down wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, there's so many steps to get up in this thing.
Oh, it's beautiful and I love the light. Can we crawl through that, you think? No.
A lot of buttons, but the only thing that you have to know is lighting, your floor heating, your towel heater, and then you can operate the table by moving it.
Wow.
Just like our van.
It never gets less annoying to do.
Okay, what are the chances that we get stuck?
I would say 50-50.
50-50. Oh, this is gonna be an adventure.
We were not intending on this video being a 50-50 chance episode.
Nice. I feel like I'm back in the Unimog.
It's massive.
This is a little newer than the Unimog though. I think it's gonna be a little more comfortable to drive. Apparently they couldn't get the old AC working, so like none of this here actually functions.
You excited?
Still gotta be nice to these legs. 100. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited that my parents get to do this with us.
Me too.
Oh. Go forward. I'm gonna fall backwards.
This is hilarious. Home sweet home. We just got a rundown of how this place works. We'll give you our own full tour once we settle in, figure everything out. But for now, we're gonna unpack our dead bodies. I mean, our precious belongings.
We've got all kinds of storage in this thing. I did not put myself in packing cubes, so it's taking me a little bit longer.
It gives me a hard time about packing cubes, and then he complains when he doesn't have them.
I'm changing my ways. All right, first impressions.
It seems really nice. I love all the
Very nice.
heated floors. We have hot water. I didn't even know if I was going to get to take a shower all week. So I'm excited.
You'll just sign up for anything.
I'm gonna be sore.
All right, we just got the back all packed up.
This thing is crazy.
These seats have air suspension in them. We'll be going off-road.
Didn't he say to turn it? You didn't do the rules.
So they also gave us this cool Garmin thing. You just type in the coordinates of everywhere you want to go. Like there aren't addresses, so we put in the GPS coordinates of the grocery store, which sounds a little ridiculous. And that's where we're heading. Try not to stall it.
It's a manual, so Nate will be driving.
The crazy thing is, this camper has the exact same wheelbase as our van.
No, it doesn't.
It's just way taller and a lot wider. Oh my goodness.
I don't like my seat moving.
What could go wrong?
Oh, that was not second gear. Oh, it's way over there. We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
Oh gosh.
The brakes are a little sensitive.
Oh my goodness. Are you really not doing that on purpose?
Not on purpose. I did not want third gear yet. Didn't want second gear either. There we go. No. I must be skipping third. There we go.
The bouncing seat's stressing me out. Like, I'm just not used to, like, moving.
I think it's good. Look, we're going over a giant speed bump and I barely watch my body. Boom. Maybe you just need to tighten it.
Ow!
What happened?
I hit my face.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not used to my seat moving me.
I can't stop. While the first drive through Reykjavik has been a little stressful, this is not anything compared to learning how to drive the Unimog through Dubai. This is such an intense place to drive something this big for the first time.
There it is.
Watch out, everybody.
Okay, you're good on this side. Hi. No, USA.
USA.
Yeah. Ah, this is from Dutch. Yeah, this is
Deutschland is German. Deutschland is German in German, and this is
I
from
didn't know
the
that.
Netherlands.
Why is Dutchland German?
Deutsch.
Check this out. They have phone holders. This is amazing.
This is a beautiful grocery store.
These are so much better than the metal ones that we have in the US too. It's so quiet.
This is definitely not like the first shopping trip we did here.
There are no peanut butter and jellies yet. We've chosen this as our picnic lunch spot.
It's like we're going into the wilderness for a week. Think we got enough? I don't know how much 51,000 in Icelandic money is, but I'm sure it's a lot.
Float her up.
This gives you some perspective of just how big it is. You look tiny. Mama, was your receipt this long?
Probably.
25,000 Corona, baby.
That's how much yours was?
Yeah. How much was yours?
51.
What'd you give for being healthy?
Woo! This might take a minute to put away. This is what happens when we have too much storage. I'm already hungry.
Also, there is a very fun story behind this bottle of tomato soup, but we'll save that for when we actually eat it.
People are gonna be on the edge of their seats.
All right, feeling more like home now. Everybody ready for this? Man, I'm so glad that nobody's parked close to
I was
us.
gonna say, as far as I can see, you're
Everyone
good, but
smartly stayed away. This road is so small. I feel like I'm gonna take down every street sign on your side of the road. I'll race you. We got him.
we win.
Dusted. 0 to 40 kilometers in 6 seconds. Okay, I think we've officially made it out of the city and we are on our way to the town of Hella, which is probably the only place I'm going to be able to pronounce on this entire trip because the Icelandic language is confusing.
We tried to learn a few Icelandic words before coming and we literally gave up.
5 mínútum síðar.
Oh, are we there yet? Slightly stressful start to the trip, but it's all worth it when you have your own vehicle and you can stop at random places like this. Take a big whiff.
I don't smell it yet. Shockingly. Still don't smell it. Oh, it hit me.
Wow, this is crazy. I remember learning about this last time we were here, and it's the traditional way that they dry out fish to preserve them. I'm not sure if we're trespassing or we're supposed to be here, but this is way too interesting to pass up. It's just fish hanging as far as you can see. Oh, I think our shoes are gonna smell forever.
I cannot believe how big these are.
They've all had the meat cut off of them, so it's just the head and the bones.
Do you think they make like fish stew out of this? Like, what's the point? Back on the road.
How good is this? Just being able to stop wherever we want.
I love it.
I have no idea where we've stopped. We can't make it more than 5 minutes down the road without pulling over, but we just saw a bunch of smoke on the side of the road, so we're going to check it out. This is the van that we would have rented in 2016 if we would have rented a van. Kara's just going in head first.
Yeah. Oh, it stinks.
Oh,
so
it's
bad.
thick. It's thick.
It's so bad.
It smells like I'm walking through a pot of boiling eggs.
Give it to me.
Wow, that was awesome.
It keeps going.
I feel like I'm at Yellowstone National Park, but I have it all to myself.
I love how you can hear it. Sounds like a pot of boiling water.
Pot of boiling eggs.
A pot of boiling rotten eggs.
So my parents got here a few days before we did and went on a couple tours, and they learned that Iceland doesn't burn any fossil fuels to power the entire country because they get the majority of their energy through geothermal activity. So they dig holes deep down into the ground, and then as the steam is coming up, it's turning a big turbine, and then that's generating power, and that's how they produce the majority of power here.
That was worse. Or the best. You'd think that this would be like a major attraction with like an entrance fee, but no, just casual.
Okay, we're stopping again, but this time it's for dinner. What a find. This place looks awesome. Oh, yum. Wow. Melts in your mouth.
Oh, that's really good. My jam. Whoa.
I cannot think of a more appropriate place to eat a chocolate lava cake. Because we're in Iceland with all the volcanoes. If you ever find yourself in Selfoss, highly recommend the food court. These things look so cool. They don't have an automatic lock though.
Yeah, they need to update that, don't they?
Einni eilífð síðar.
Okay, we are about to pull over on the side of the road because I am pretty sure that I see the northern lights out this window. No way. Wow, it's so bright right now.
You can start to see the stars now.
Look at that. Wow. This is crazy.
How is this real? It looks like aliens are taking over.
Oh, Lone Star!
What? No way.
Look at the edges of it.
Look how bright
Baby!
Don't know how you get off to a better start than that.
I could go home.
Let's go. This bed is cold. What an epic way to start this trip. So we pulled over on the side of the road to see those, and then we kept driving to our campsite, and it might have been even better when we got here.
This trip is insane. We saw them from the airplane on the way here, and I thought, wow, it doesn't get any better than this. This might be like the only time I see them. And then 24 hours later, here I am again. Somehow it's midnight. Oh my gosh.
All right, we've got a big day tomorrow. It's gonna be so epic.
So epic. Good night.
Good night. We're so tired.
This is so exciting. Kara from the future here, living my best life, nourishing my body on the outside and on the inside. Thanks to AG1, who is the sponsor of this video. We have the best deal we've ever had with AG1 right now. So if you can't wait anymore, go ahead and scan the QR code that's on the screen or click the link in the description below and check it out. Y'all know our life is all over the place. Our diets are all over the place, and we can't always rely on our diets alone to get the nutrients we need, which is why I'm so thankful for AG1. It could not be more convenient. Just one serving contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, and that includes pre and probiotics, which are great for gut health. AG1 supports your energy levels, mental clarity, the list goes on. And it's backed by research. We don't have many routines in our life, but this is one of them. If you use our link, AG1 usually offers the welcome kit, which includes the jar, this shaker, a whole year's supply of vitamin D3 K2 drops, which support your immunity, and 5 of these travel packs for free with your first purchase. But right now, if you use our link, you can get $20 off your subscription. But what's even more exciting is you can do what Nate and I do, and you can get $49 off your double subscription. So if you're sharing AG1 with someone in your life, like your parents or a sibling or a spouse or a partner, you can now get $49 off your double subscription and get plenty of AG1 for the whole month for the both of you. This is such a great deal. So if you haven't, no! This one might have a little extra sulfur. Okay, so seriously, if you haven't tried AG1 yet, now is the time. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description below and let us know when you love it as much as we do. Also, be sure to watch part 2 of this series because this place is awesome. All right, back to the video.
asleep.
I didn't move.
Should have turned it off over there first. All right, now I'm awake. That was our last opportunity to fill up water for the week, but I'm not worried at all because last night we used 6 liters of water, and this camper has a capacity of over 400 liters, so we should be fine. All right, we just spent the morning at the Lava Museum. I have to enunciate that because Kara makes fun of how I say that word.
Museum.
We're usually not big museum people. Museum people.
It's not that we're not museum people. I think it's just whenever it's like directly relevant to what we're doing, I get really into it.
All of Iceland was formed by a volcano, and I think we're gonna appreciate the landscape that we see for the rest of the week so much more because of what we just learned. But on top of all of that, the museum itself was actually really fun.
I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Did we come to a museum or a yoga class? Like, I basically formed Iceland at one point.
From the parking lot that we're sitting in right now, we can see 4 different volcanoes. This is the volcano that erupted in 2010, and I specifically remember all the news coverage about the flights being disrupted between Europe and the US because the eruption was so huge and threw so much ash into the sky.
The volcano is creating rivers of lava more than 5 football fields long and sending smoke more than 2 miles high.
This is what it did to air travel in Europe from 3 a.m. to noon. More than 4,000 flights have been canceled.
This place is alive and moving and shifting all the time, and people choose to live here, and I'm nervous now just to drive around for a week.
All right, we're gonna finish our grocery store sushi and then the adventure really begins. Today is going to be absolutely epic. We're driving into the Highlands. We're gonna be crossing rivers in these. We're going to parts of Iceland that no one else goes to. Okay, so another thing that I don't think we've explained yet is that this trip is different than any trip we've ever done before because we're not alone. Like, my parents are here with us, obviously, but we're actually driving in a bigger convoy of 8 of these expedition vehicles. So we have a guide that's ultimately taking us from place to place. And on days like today where there's really technical driving, we're all gonna be driving together. But then other days when the driving's a little more chill, they just give us the coordinates of the campsite for that night, and then we have all day to make our way there on our own. So it's a combination of like a guided tour, but also self-drive and self-exploration on some days. Not like internal self-exploration, but like you're exploring. And I'm actually glad that we have a guide because as much fun as having the Unimog in Oman by ourselves was, it was also terrifying at times.
I just can't help but laugh.
Yeah,
I mean, we're just so helpless.
And I would be way too scared to take a vehicle this expensive across a river in Iceland by myself. I'm expecting it to be it.
Not sure who just made this road narrower, but by the looks of Nate tires, both sets are on the white lines on either side.
Look at that, going off the road.
Oh, girl.
We have officially left the pavement behind. Iceland just keeps getting better. There are just countless waterfalls flowing off the side of this green cliff. Look at that one falling into that gorge. Europe's second largest glacier in front of us. This is crazy. We're bringing the pressure down from 5 bar to 2.5 bar. I have no idea what that means. Half the tire pressure. In the US we use PSI, in Europe apparently they use bar. I'm a little scarred after doing this in the Omani desert. I think I let a little bit too much air out, plus the tire had a slow leak, and that's what caused us to get stuck in the middle of the desert. The good news is, on this trip we have all the proper equipment to rescue ourselves, and lots of help.
Also, that was my favorite day of our Oman trip.
All right, let the real adventure begin. This is absolutely stunning. We're currently driving on an F road, which is classified as a gravel road in Iceland, but apparently it doesn't mean that there will always be gravel above water.
But what's amazing is how tiny we look on this road. Like, this is just a skinny gravel road that goes through this lava field, and we're just this tiny little speck surrounded by these like majestic mountains and glaciers.
Gives you a true perspective for the vastness of the Iceland wilderness. Also, I'm very grateful for this air suspension right now.
You know, I turned my bounce back on and it's growing on me.
Here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, we're jumping over. I gotta pee.
I feel like I'm back in Oman right now. The road is barely wide enough.
It's so skinny.
Fixing the summit.
Woo! This is epic. We're just climbing straight up a mountain right now.
I don't know how we're not just sliding back down, but
Go again into the Highlands. There's a reason they call it the Highlands.
It does not look like something this big. We should be able to climb a mountain. Whoa! I'm sure it doesn't look like it in the camera, but it feels like a roller coaster right now. So I think we just entered what's called Thor's Valley, which if you watch the Marvel movies you would know, but I don't and had to look it up.
I hung out with Thor in an airport lounge, just in case anyone forgot. Check out Chris Hemsworth right behind me. This is called
Markarfljótsgljúfur.
We're about to do a short hike into a canyon I believe was formed by an earthquake that's really narrow, but it points over 200 feet deep. I read the guide for today.
Yeah, you did.
Wow, I didn't even realize there was a waterfall here. That's crazy. Wow. I thought we were just coming to look at a canyon.
We going swimming or what?
Polar plunge?
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
These are my favorite kinds of experiences. There are no ropes, no fences, no signs that say, don't get too close to the edge. Something about there not being signs and rules just makes it feel even more naturey.
Feels so good to get out and move the legs. It's only September and your face gets almost instantly frozen in the wind out here. This is incredible. This is by far the best part of overlanding, is getting to be in the middle of nowhere, but still make yourself a coffee. Just always having your home with you. It's like for a week, you just get to experience what it would be like to have a house in the middle of nowhere in so many epic locations. Coffee for you, coffee for me. We're also both still a little jet lagged, so this is very much needed right now.
It's a weird combination of like having the best day of my life and then the next moment I just don't care. I want to take a nap.
All right, we're back on the road, and I have been told that the drive only gets better from here.
Getting ready to do some rock crawling down the hill.
Plus, we have our first big river crossing coming up, which is probably the part of this day I've been looking forward to most.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I just can't believe they just let people do this.
Ooh, hold your breath. This bridge is a tight squeeze.
There are like actual inches on either side.
It's so cool being here in late September and seeing what's probably one of the first snows of the year. It's right on top of that green mountain. All right, maybe we take our seatbelts off.
Why? So we
You
can
want to be
get out.
trapped in this car if we're stuck in the stream?
Do you know what you're
I'm
doing?
joking. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Here we
oh
go.
My
Here
gosh.
we go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Whoa, baby! Wow!
I'm scared.
Wow, that was the coolest.
Here we go. Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
First big river crossing, baby.
Oh boy, it felt like we went under. Thought the front end was going under on that one.
Woo! Woo! Oh, I'm awake now. I am awake now.
I feel like we're on the moon. Craters.
It feels like we're driving on the surface of the moon right now.
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
One small step for man.
One giant step out of the truck.
Good joke.
About going a half mile an hour. It's going to take 2 hours to get to the place we're going.
Ready for this? River crossing number 2. Woo! All right, this is the sketchy part. Can we make it across the deep mud? Oh yeah, no problem.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
No problem. This is so epic. handled that like a champ.
Way braver that time.
I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about the car, by the way.
Oh.
I wasn't patting myself on the back like that.
I thought you were giving me credit for not screaming the whole time.
Good job, James. No problem.
This might be one of the coolest contrasts I've ever seen. Just a black lava field with this green mountain jutting up out of it. Woohoo!
Wow. Wow.
All right, 7.5 hours of driving later, we have almost made it to camp. We just have the biggest stream crossing of the entire day in front of us. I don't think I've ever heard that noise come out of myself. Wow. I would never, ever do this on my own.
Ever. I'm still questioning if we should do it.
How do you know that this isn't just gonna sink your car? I think the front of our car was underwater.
That's a little scary, the water getting up that high. We just got to our gorgeous campsite. Sun is setting. There's a glacial river beside us that we just crossed.
All right, home, sweet home. Here you go.
Thank you.
The wind is whipping out there. You can hear it trying to get through the doors, but it's so warm and toasty in here. Kara and I are in charge of the appetizers tonight, and my mom is cooking potato soup. Cut up some cheese, we've got some crackers, and we're bringing some garlic over for the soup. All right, can I carry this garlic over there without it blowing away? Look at this view. We've got some tables and chairs in the back of the camper, and I pictured us setting those up every night for dinner and eating outside, but if the weather's like this all week, that's definitely not happening. It's really not that cold, it's only 40 degrees, but the wind is probably blowing 20 miles an hour. Did you order some garlic?
Oh, you've already chopped it. Perfect. Does it get any cozier than this?
That looks good.
If the chef does say so herself. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, skål.
Drink.
Skål.
Skål.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, we saw
just-
nothing for
We just
5
went
hours?
7.5 hours into the middle of nothing. Good morning. How'd you sleep?
How about you?
I slept okay.
Y'all's plate from the Hors d'Oeuvres.
Oh, thank you.
Today's weather is making me extra grateful for the clear day that we had yesterday. You can't even see it because of the super low clouds, but that was where the glacier was. At the same time though, I do love the clouds because this weather feels very appropriate for Iceland. Brr. Okay, we are going to be splitting off from the main group later today. We're going to be able to go at more of our own pace, and hopefully that's going to give us time to give you a full tour around this camper. We've definitely never been in one built quite like this. Oh, whew, my face is frozen. I feel like normally the sun makes colors more vibrant, but somehow this overcast weather is just making all of the moss look neon green. But a dangerous game over there.
Yeah.
Pants are about to be neon green. Not sure if you can tell in the camera, but the rain is blowing completely sideways right now. When I crack this window, it's just hitting me straight in the face. This window's soaking wet. It's nice. It's kind of like driving a convertible.
First water crossing of the day.
It's actually pretty neat.
Nice work.
Oh, So we're gonna stop, have lunch here, see a beautiful gorge, and then head back out into the middle of nowhere and camp alone again tonight. Woo! Very different weather today. The wind is literally blowing the camper back and forth, and we're just warm and toasty inside, eating our sushi. You ready?
I'm ready. I have on 4 layers, 4 hoods, only 2 pairs of pants though. Remember yesterday? It was like sunny and beautiful, and I was like,
Everybody's dressed like we're going to the North Pole.
We're in the North Pole, aren't we?
Closest I've ever been to it.
This is where we're hiking to.
Fjárárgljúfur.
The flower is on the move, and she can't hear me because she has 4 hoods on.
huh?
She's flying, Jack.
I'm flying.
The waterfall is coming down the edge of the cliff and then meeting a river that was already running through the middle of the canyon. It's felt like for the last 48 hours we've been the only people in Iceland, but because this one's so easily accessible by paved road, I think anything that you're supposed to see in Iceland that's easily accessible is going to be crowded like this.
Wow. I don't think this ever happened to me before. I couldn't get the door closed, it was windy. So hard.
It was winding so hard.
Yeah.
All right, from here we have 45 kilometers until we get to camp for the night. There are wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour right now, so it should be an interesting drive. This Garmin GPS is coming in super handy. We have no service, so we're actually having to rely on the satellite GPS and the coordinates.
Which is a little scary as a millennial who has always grown up with internet.
I assume since they're letting us go on our own, this won't be near as exciting as yesterday.
Goodbye, Fletcher.
Even more grateful for seeing all these sights from the warmth of our camper. Turns out they trust us a little more than I thought. We have one of our bigger river crossings that we've ever done, and we're all alone. I mean, it's very straightforward as far as what the path is. It's still pretty exciting to get to do this by ourselves.
Oh, the sign just says the river changes every day. Point your vehicle downstream, and we'll see what Nate does.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, this is awesome! Woo! No problem. We're like bros.
So we see all of this mist. We're going to check it out with the drone before we drive over there.
I guess it could be a hot spring.
I don't know. No way. No way. This is Iceland. Iceland is nuts. This waterfall is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It's not even on the map. There's not even a sign. And now we know that one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen is right in front of us.
I guarantee my parents are sitting behind us and they have no idea this is even here.
That's called Fagerfoss. There is a sign.
All right, we can't pass this up. We gotta go check it out. Okay, I just had one of the grossest things ever happen to me. This is like a porta potty. I came in here to use it and I started peeing, and the wind is blowing so hard that it just started blowing my pee back up at me through the toilet. That was disgusting. Anybody need to use the bathroom?
I started saying, can I go?
Yeah, for sure. It's a terrible idea, don't do it. We're going to see it for ourselves with our own eyes instead of just through the drone.
I can hardly walk.
You can almost lean forward without falling over. If the wind quit blowing, I'd fall backwards right now.
Good night.
Whoa, look at that blue pool down there.
That's the best one we've seen
Wow.
yet.
It's even better because it's so windy. It's blowing it. That's crazy.
Good night.
And the thing that makes this 5 times cooler is we're the only ones here. Okay, back in the vans. 50 mile an hour winds are no joke.
Look at these sideways poles.
Okay, this looks crazy.
Yep.
Are you nervous?
If we would have done it several times already, I would be, but this does look pretty intense with the wind.
I'm scared.
Oh, this one's deep. Our best one yet. Just gaining more and more confidence in this thing.
You can't tell how deep it is. Ooh, what's that in the water? Oh! Dragon. I don't know.
What that was.
Woo! Made it!
Woo! Ride 'em, cowboy!
All right, home sweet home. Weather's still crazy. We're all just parked up by a river, but I already opened this door and Kara's not gonna be happy with me. Before she left, she said, "Did you close the fridge good?" Whoops. This wind is crazy. Look, it's shaking all of the campers. Doesn't look like anything really spilt or broke though. Could be a lot worse.
I literally almost blew away! Oh my gosh! That was crazy! Oh no, the fridge! When did this happen? Darn it! I was seriously planning on bragging so much on these cabinets.
I think that's probably my bad. You asked me.
Remember I said,
Did we check the fridge?
But nothing bust? What a crazy day.
it's pretty awesome to even get to experience this level of wind. Kind of want to go stand out
There
there
are
again.
few times in my life where I can remember it being this hard to shut a door. I think you can go lean backwards into it.
You think?
Okay, this door will break off if you don't hold it. So hold it tight.
Yo.
I think that broke.
Okay, ready? I can't fully lean back. Oh, that's a good one.
There it is.
I was really leaning. Do you think it's gonna be that loud all night?
Kind of feels like we're on a boat right now.
It does. If you just put me here with my eyes closed and you said, "Where are you?" I would say, the basement of a boat. Wait, what do you call it downstairs? It's not the basement. I cannot think of anything cozier than making a hot, creamy, spicy curry for dinner. I'm a little nervous we're gonna blow over. Whoa, it's magnetic! We could just do ramen.
It sounded like a good idea. My parents might be a little disappointed though.
There are at least 10 pans stacked in this thing.
It's like Russian dolls, except it's not obvious how you get them back together.
Ow!
I'm sorry.
I'm cracking up. All these labels are obviously in Icelandic. And this tofu is like, I think already cooked and marinated, but I just wanted to be sure, so I was translating it on my phone. And it has this recipe idea on the back for a curry, actually. And it says, call it the voice of a curry pot. So I'm gonna be cooking my voice next.
Yours broke. I don't know how to keep it closed.
You can do it! Kara broke it.
I broke it. We're here for backup. I don't have the full door. What an adventure!
Is crazy. I'm wondering, like, will these things tip over? You see 18-wheelers tipped over
I know.
by the wind.
I've had the same thought. I haven't said it out loud, but I've had the same thought.
I haven't really been stressed. What can I do? I don't think there's any other options. Is this your addition to
So very hot.
That is beautiful.
You can tell we're a little crooked.
Isn't this cozy?
Yeah?
Worth the wait.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
We don't mind waiting 2 hours. Kara's meals usually turn out really good.
It was 1.5. So I've learned that no matter how fancy your van is, there are just some van life things.
You can't live without.
There's just always going to be something that's more convenient not in a van. So we have one Tupperware for our leftover stew. I put a small portion in our old guacamole bowl, which is already leaking. Lovely. Yeah, so the Tupperware leaks. Like I did a little like shake test because tomorrow we're going to continue driving like this everywhere we go. and it's spilling out the side. So I just don't really know what to do. I've put some paper towels to soak up as much of the spillage as possible, and now I'm attempting to saran wrap the whole thing so the lid stays. I just know the entire fridge is gonna be yellow tomorrow, but I don't know what else to do, and I can't just pour it in the trash. Oh, tiny bit of spillage.
Oh yeah, it's spilling out on this side too.
Darn it. All right, Nate's one-upping me. He said he saw this on a TikTok.
No. Oh, it's spilled all over me.
Nate time.
I've just proved that this doesn't work.
Well, you didn't have to be so dramatic about it. Packing cubes for the win!
And then we'll just pour it out of the bag after it's all in there. Well, dinner was a success. I think everybody had a good time.
We should have just eaten it all.
All right, you ready for bed? Got about 5 seconds. You've got it. I'm gonna need to level this bed up a little bit. I think I want the
like
right
this.
side to go up. Nope, that's not it.
This side needs to go down.
I want the left side. Oh, let's do that. To go up. So you tell me when you think it's level.
I think it's
I don't think that's level.
That feels pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
That was so fun.
And so easy once you know how to do it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for part 1 of this trip. We'll pick up part 2 in the next one.
Oh gosh.
Let out. Break.
Want to let the girls keep driving for a minute?
No, I want to drive.
We're cursed!
This is a part of the trip I've been most looking forward to. We're boiling alive. It feels so good.
And I promise we had all intentions of giving you a tour. But between the tight schedule, having too much fun, and the weather not being conducive tonight, we'll save that for the next one.
I think it'll be better this way though, because we're really like using everything, settled in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the best tour ever.
Plus, we want to go to sleep.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
Operating your
A little chilly for an outdoor shower.
Hello. That means hello in Icelandic.
I've never seen a shopping cart pushed this way before.
Who can get closer to their toes, Nate or James?
It's hereditary. It's gonna take a while to dig out with this shovel. It's like a spoon compared to this camper.